Yeah, so Fitness Playground is predominantly an outdoor fitness business where we take London and we're creative with our environment, and we use the landscape in a way that other sort of outdoor fitness companies wouldn't necessarily. We run sessions sort of every week, at the moment in South Bank and Canary Wharf, and yeah, the emphasis is on sort of turning fitness into something that's fun and enjoyable, but still sort of progressive and demanding.
And what exactly does that entail?
It involves. Shall I take this one? Yeah, so it involves progressive, challenging workouts. So we try and, like Dan said, we try and maximise the space around us. So taking urban environments and making the most of them. So using rooftops, so the Royal Festival Hall rooftop. We use the graffiti tunnels under Waterloo Station, and we try and open those up to progressive workouts through 2 instructors leading sort of group of maybe say 10 to 16 people, taking them through strength training, aerobic training, and plyometric training as well. So trying to make the most of our urban environment and to give people a good workout.
And how have you done this for Hunger Games?
So I mean we've done a few things. We want to pick up on the kind of the key element of the lead into the Hunger Games, so tribute training. So our sessions have been based around sort of strength training, combat training, and running, because you can escape just as much as you can fight. So there's the 3 elements, and they all fit in quite nicely into what we do generally. So we've had a specialist boxing coach come in, we've had a specialist running coach come in, and myself, I was a games maker in one of the sessions, so it was very theatrical and enjoyable, but everyone had a good time, and I think one person said actually this was like living in a parallel world. It was kind of that dramatic and interesting, so yeah, it's been a good lead up into the Hunger Games.
And if you were training someone to go into the arena, what specifics would you target for them?
Run away very quickly. I think the whole element of multi-fitness, multi-sport. So I always go back to when I'm training people, if you do bicep curls in the gym and you were out in the jungle somewhere and a cheetah started chasing you, you got to a tree and you tried to do a bicep curl up a tree, it just wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to have the strength to do that. So it's about using your whole body together to make kind of one solid, powerful unit. So making sure you do loads of different types of training, weight training, aerobic training, getting out there, going for a long run, long cycle, and just making sure you've got body balance and strength throughout. So you're functionally fit to face the challenges that will come at you. So if you've got somebody coming at a knife, then you can either run away or you can stand and fight.
And how long do you think it would take to get a body like these guys?
What's your starting point?
Right, that's fair.
In there.
It's surprising how quickly you can transform. I think there's a general saying around 1 month and you'll start to notice changes yourself. Give it 3 months and then all your friends will start noticing and making comments. So I think give it a few months of some good solid training, then you can probably get a long way to getting in that kind of shape.
Does anybody else want to ask a specific question?
We're actually we're going to try and get people in that kind of shape in 5 weeks in the lead up to Christmas. We're running a Hunger Games specific training package, so that runs kind of alongside our ongoing sessions, which combines functional strength training. So there'll be 5 sessions of those, 1 every week. There'll be 3 combat training sessions where we'll have a boxing coach in a gym, and there'll be 2 climbing sessions. So we'll use an indoor climbing centre. So all those kind of 3 skills will come together with a kind of an eat clean diet, like a paleo kind of inspired diet, as well as kind of consultation and advice about how to get to that kind of that lean body state.
And what's the price points for that package?
That would be £160 per person, but that includes the 10 sessions. It includes physio, a physio session, a consultation, a diet plan, and some goodies that will attract here or there.
And how much percentage-wise do you think it's about what you eat and about what you do?
About 99% what you eat, I'd say. It is incredibly important for your training. If you don't fuel yourself in the right way, you won't make the most out of training sessions. If you go to training sessions, you won't put in 100% of your effort and what you're capable of doing. And likewise, if you train all the time, you try and get fit, try and shape your abs, if your diet's not quite right, then you'll never get a kind of that kind of a body just by doing training alone.
So, when you started the business and then you've got asked about this, did you expect to be asked about something like this, or?
No, this came completely out of the blue. But I mean, both of us have seen the film and read the books, and we always thought it could be something that would be a lot of fun for us to do, because we try and centre our exercise around fun and entertainment and giving people a reason to get fit. And so the Hunger Games is always something that we thought could be a lot of fun if made in real life without all the death. So yeah.
What moments or like exercises in the film inspired parts of the session? So.
I wouldn't say specific moment. It's more kind of the general concept of survival. You've got to be functionally fit to your environment. In the film, they're facing loads of different challenges. They've got to climb trees, pull bow and arrow back, stab somebody, cut someone's head off. There's loads of different things that you constantly got to work on. So I think that really inspired us, that in everyday lives, we jump, we run, we bend, we pick up boxes, we run up the stairs. So we need to be ready for all of those different challenges, and it's just making sure that we're ready for that challenge, and that's why I guess Hunger Games inspired us, is just making yourself the best you can possibly be and the most ready you can possibly be for the challenge.
You run 10 sessions throughout the whole Hunger Games. What can the people expect throughout them?
So there's a real mix of sessions, so again it's going back to that, the unexpected and throwing things at your body that you wouldn't necessarily normally have. So we have 5 general functional fitness training sessions, which combine sort of running, circuit training, general kind of body weight exercises. We also have 3 boxing sessions, combat sessions, so getting people used to the technique of, we're not asking people to be able to sort of step into the ring after a few weeks. It's more just the higher level of conditioning that comes with boxing training. It's a fantastic aerobic workout, really, really good for kind of building muscle, torching fat, and get just a different experience of actually hitting something rather than just sort of running and moving around doing squats. And then finally it's climbing as well. So it's a full body workout. Surprising how tough it is. It works your fingers, works your forearms, your whole body's working to kind of pull you up. Your legs are working to push you up. So it does a hell of a lot of different things, and it's a really fun activity as well. So
yeah, when I came to the session, I could really feel it in my legs afterwards. What you said in the previous thing about diet and stuff like that, what sort of things would you talk about diet and this session?
In the training plan itself, we're looking to but give people advice around the Paleolithic diet. So Paleolithic diet is all about if you can kill it or you can gather it, you can eat it. So going back a few thousand years, we were all hunter-gatherers. We all survived off the land. And it's ideally it's the perfect diet. You're not clogging your body up with sugar and just general rubbish you find through it with processed foods. And as a result, it does wonders for your body. It gets rid of all kind of water retention. It strips fat very, very quickly. It's a very extreme diet. So we're giving people a diet plan, and they can optionally kind of buy into that. They might have a few cheat meals throughout to kind of help them through that process. But it's just giving people an experience that they might not have otherwise done.
You'll say you're doing it leading up to Christmas and getting fit before Christmas. If it goes really well before that, are you going to carry it on throughout the year, or is it just going to be before Christmas?
Well, I mean, I think with the release of the film, this is a good time to run a Hunger Games kind of package. I mean, but it doesn't necessarily have to be themed around the Hunger Games, because it's all kind of functional fitness in itself. So it's definitely something that we will carry on, whether it will be called Hunger Games, sort of train like a tribute package or not, I'm not sure. But the point is that it's just great fitness anyway. So it's not a gimmick. It's kind of something that we will carry on regardless.
And one last question: if you had to take one of the tributes away from everything they've learned and teach them something better, who would you teach better, and what would you train them up?
From the film.
Yeah. So if you had to take one and say, you're not doing that right, do that better.
In terms of fitness
Yeah.
aspects or just general aspirational? Oh, don't know. Wow.
Would it be fox face?
Might be, yeah.
Building up some strength.
Bit of strength, yeah. Because they're all masters of their own skill. They're all, they're individually they're all fantastic. I guess why the reason why Katniss won was that she wasn't the master of anything, but she was very good at kind of generally most things. So I guess why she won. But yeah, maybe Foxface. But she was so quick and she was so sneaky, and the sneakiness kind of was ultimately her downfall. But